I hate you guys. You guys are assholes.
Be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although, hopefully not flaky.
What's going on, Fudge Packers? Well, we are back in Vegas. Here at my folks' house. Figured I'd do a quick video. It's a little chilly out. It's probably in the 50s. Been raining. Happy New Year, by the way. You see here. U-Haul still in the drive. Pickup in the drive. So we finally got unpacked yesterday. We've been unpacking today. Got the moving van all done up and everything, you know. But we're going to return that tomorrow. Today's New Year's Day. We had to move that couch out. That's my parents' old couch. It was like a tore back kind of couch. Yeah, they don't use it. They got the, you know, my folks, they're old. They got recliners and stuff, you know, so. But, yeah, so we got the pickup. Beamer's right over there. I got to move that thing over when I get a chance. Funny thing is, you know, we've been gone for 3 years. 3 years ago, we went and got the place in Champaign when we got let go from Landstar right after that, too. It's been 3 years already. Now, funny thing is, that right there, that's my old house. I dumped that house in 2018. If I'd have thought I was coming back to Vegas, I might have held on to it all this time. So I could have just had my own house still waiting right there. Of course, other people live in it now and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, what are you going to do? You can see, though, cool neighborhood. Not bad. Sorry if it's a little windy. Been storming. But yeah, we moved some stuff into the garage. Yeah, this whole U-Haul, we got here a little later at night, about 2100 hours on the 30th. Waited till just yesterday morning. Ooh, windy. Waited till yesterday morning. We started unloading. We had to unload here first, then we got a storage unit. We went over to the storage unit, unloaded there. Ooh, went to pick it up. Back over here. And from the storage unit, then we're out in the northwest side of Vegas, up off of like the 215 Beltway and Jones. If anybody ever looks that up, we're up in the northwest side though. Decent area. It's where I've always lived in Vegas, is up in the northwest side. Anyway, I did live in North Vegas for a spell back in like 2005 to 2007. I lived in North Vegas. Not recommended. Don't live in North Vegas. It's kind of ghettoville. But yeah, so we went to the storage unit, unloaded here, went to the storage unit. Then we had to go over the east side where Dustin, the older one, he's 26, but there's a casita house out in the back of his dad's place that he moved into. So we took the rest of his stuff over there and then came back. Like I said, U-Haul's going back tomorrow. Car carriers are already gone. We're out of Texas, we're out of Lubbock. Kind of like, like I liked living out in Texas. I thought it was cool. But you know, family, what are you going to do? My mom, I'm not putting anybody else's personal business on Front Street out here, you know, but my mom, she did come back that she has cancer, and you know, they need our help. I mean, they're both, my dad's 80 years old, my mom's 79. They don't get around too well on their own anymore. And my dad uses a walker, you know, and they both have ongoing health issues and stuff like that. So it was time. A decision had to be made, and we decided to go ahead and come on back and be here to help them out. You know, trucking, you know, working out in Lubbock with trucks are rolling, the place that I had the truck on with and all that. Like I said, we sold the truck earlier this year or last year, and I got that black truck, you know, it was like a lease truck, but the work wasn't there, the rates weren't there, the money wasn't there anymore. I know there's plenty of work out there and stuff, but I've been having health issues too. You know, my I don't know what it is. I got a deviated septum, and that started screwing with me super hard. I had major sinus infections going on all the time. I get bloody noses all constantly, like multiple times a day. My equilibrium got way off. My eyesight, due to all this problems and stuff too, got way off. It got to the point where I was on the road and I couldn't see straight. I was getting dizzy while I was driving and stuff too. I had to make a little sort of self-prognosis, you know. I was like, dude, this ain't safe, man. It's not good anymore. And until I can go get, one doctor told me, like, you need to go to an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor, get this addressed, because it's stretching all the way through my face and my head and everything, that it's a tumor, you know. It's not the tumor. But you know, driving for me started feeling kind of unsafe too, until I can get that problem resolved. Plus I got diabetes, you know. Is it really worth it? Unless I'm out there banging owner op money, trucking ain't worth it to me. I don't care. So, God, yeah, the wind's been blowing like crazy and everything. It's in the 50s out probably, you know. Not bad, but you can see clouds and everything, you know. It's windy, been a little stormy, rain last night. We went to bed early. I didn't even stay up for New Year's. So, anyway, let's go back in. We got our room right here. We're taking over a couple of rooms in the house. Me and Selena, we're going to be doing this. You can see right here, though. You can see the dogs in the window and stuff. Yeah, go ahead and bark. What are you doing? We got the room set up, though. Yeah, we'll go back in here real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got some stuff we got to take out, though. Been packing up this room. We got it's a small house. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath standard house, you know, like 1,500 square feet. You can see, though, this is going to be Brent's room. We had to move a whole bunch of stuff out of the other room. My parents got a lot of stuff, so we had to move all this stuff out. We're going to take a lot of this over to storage. We went and got the storage unit and everything, so we're going to be taking all this stuff to storage. This has become the new hang, though. Look at us with. I thought you were on the phone. Look at us with our lawn chairs and stuff in the house. They went from a 3,000 square foot house to living in this room. This is going to be our hang. I mean, we'll get it more cleaned up and stuff. Of course, you know, priorities. Had to get the TV hooked up. My parents, we had our 75-inch TV. We put it out front with them so they could have a nice big TV, and we can fit this one in here. This is like what is this, a 50-inch maybe? 40-something inch? I don't know. This is my folks' dog. This is Ellie. She's 14 years old. Her hearing's gone out and her eyesight is bad. She can't hear you or see you. But if you give her food, she'll find you. Right, boy? What's up? So, of course, the 3 dogs are fitting in well. There is a doggy door to the backyard, so they're happy about that. We don't have to, you know, sniff that butt. But we cleaned this whole room out. This bed was on a full metal frame and stuff. It's out in the garage. We got our clothes put up and everything. Selena has hooked up Call of Duty, of course, so she's playing that. You see, we got a couple of bears in the lawn chairs. Right, Lolo? Yeah. But we are in Vegas. Lubbock, Texas. Lubbock, Tejas is no mas. Right?
Right.
Right, dogs? Oi. Oi. So, I just want to check in New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody. Didn't make any videos this past week, but I just wanted to touch base and everything. And, you know, we're going to... Hey. But, yeah, you can see them in the garage. We got here to the garage, though. Like I said, we moved into a way smaller house. There's a bed frame we took down and everything, and it was crickety and stuff like that. It's old metal bed frame. This is my grandma's bed frame I mean, my grandma died over 20 years ago, but it was my grandma's bed frame from when she was a kid. And my mom said if you pull off one of the brass caps on the bed, you'll find her old cigarette butts in it still, because she used to sneak smokes as a kid into the house and smoke them in her bedroom, which I thought was funny. But you can see my dad's got this big old gun safe out here, and without putting out our actual address, yeah, if you could manage to break into that safe, like I said, it's a gun safe. My dad was big into SAS, SASS, Single Action Shooting Society. Of course, he's ex-military, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can see we got all kinds of stuff in here. We got to clean all this out. This garage was cleaned out. This is all of our junk. So we're going through all that. We're going to trickle all this stuff. Brent, he's got his gaming desk and everything. And yada, yada, yada. All kinds of junk we got to go through that and trickle. So, tools, tons of stuff, air compressor, tool set. My dad's had this tool chest for like 40 plus years, I bet. I mean, I was using it when I was making skateboards and everything back in the 80s and all that stuff, all my dad's tools. He's got so many tools, and he's a master mechanic and all that kind of stuff. He was a helicopter mechanic. What, he go in the Navy? He graduated high school in 59, joined the Navy, because my grandparents, they came to him at his high school graduation. You talk about back in the days when people were just hard, they came right up to him at his high school graduation the day he was graduating, they walked up to him and said, "So you going to college?" He's all, "Nope, didn't think about it." "Oh, well, you better have rent by first of the month, because if you ain't going to college, you better get a job and pay rent." He's all, "Okay." He went down and joined the Navy, and he did 4 or 6 years in the Navy. He was a E5, I think, and then E5 or E6, but he was a helicopter mechanic. And then, funny thing about my dad was, he got out, he did his term, and then he got out, and they wanted to call him back to Vietnam to be a mechanic on PT boats. And he and my mom got married in 1964, and this was like 1965 or 66 that they were trying to call him back up. But it was voluntary, because he'd already done his service and got a honorable discharge already. And it was voluntary. If you want to go back, you can. And he was really thinking about it. And then he saw some stats or whatever. And of course, he had my mom in his ear of like, don't, because to be on a PT boat, running the rivers in Vietnam and stuff. Of course, my dad had a heavy sense of duty, like they're calling me back, I gotta go. And my mom really was like, "No, dude, don't do it," because the survival rate, or the mortality rate, or whatever you want to call it, that of people on PT boats was one of the worst, apparently, in the war. And they wanted him to go back and be a PT mechanic, like, the actual mechanic on the boat that went up and down the river. That's what they were wanting to sign him up for. So he took a pass. He's like, "No, I already did my time, and I want to start a family and all this kind of stuff. And if I go back, might leave my mom a widow." So he was like, did my term, I'm out. So that's what happened with that. And I guess as it plays out, I guess maybe that's why I'm here today, living with them again, since I was a teenager. It's gonna be weird, it's gonna be a little tight, but we'll work it out. I mean, like I said, it's what family's for, kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. And sounds a little callous, I guess, but gallows humor. They wiped my butt, and now it's my turn to wipe their butt. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll get this all straightened out, and things will be all right. Selena's been a trooper. I honestly don't know if there's anybody else in my life that I've known that could be so selfless as she's willing to move back here with me to take care of this. You know what I mean? It says a lot for her character, her backbone. You know what I mean? And she did call her job back at the union, the plumbers, pipe fitters, and welders union. That she, she worked for years here in the union too before she got laid off. That she actually commercial plumbing and welding and all that kind of stuff with a place here in town that's union, and she actually was a foreman for a long time too on a lot of the big projects like City Center with the Cosmo and what was it, Aria. Anyway, like 5 hotels, the City Center project. You can look it up. She worked on that. She worked on the Link, that big Ferris wheel here in town. She was actually a foreman on that job years ago. So she's going back at, right now it looks like $51 an hour wage plus $24 an hour towards her pension and wellness. So she'll be at like $75 an hour going back to her old job. They've already like arranged her meeting and people vouching for her and stuff like that, and she can go back. So I was like, cool. So hats off to her too. I mean, if couldn't be in trucking anymore and making owner-op wages, then her going back to her job like this, and she's actually excited about it, good, And then whatever I'm going to do after that, if it's not trucking, I don't know what the hell. I'm flipping burgers, I guess. But, yeah, got to get in here and straighten this place out, though. My dad's whole tool cave back in here. I don't know. Like I said, the gun safe and everything, and we got to get some things worked out. So anyway, Happy New Year's. Just want to check in real quick, let you know what we're up to. We're back in Vegas, out of Texas. Everything's going all right. My mom's out right now. She went to the casino. That's her afternoon into early evening thing. Of course, she made black-eyed peas this morning. That's an old Okie thing, because we all come from originally Oklahoma. A lot of my family, I guess you could say, we're all come from like old Okie and Cherokee Indian stuff. That's our family. So she makes black-eyed peas because it brings good luck in the new year. You got to eat it on New Year's Day. You got black-eyed peas, and brings good luck. I mean, if anybody knows the story of that better than me, then go ahead. But anyway, back in Vegas. We'll check back later. All right? Out.
With turquoise and real diamonds. Fuck!